Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. So as you can tell for this video, I came across something very interesting. I'm looking everywhere. So far I have not seen it in store yet, but Maybelline came out with a new foundation to go with their Fit Me line, and it is the Tinted Moisturizer. So I got my hands on this and I have been playing with it a little bit and I have thoughts about it. So if there's nothing else for me to say, then let's get started. Now, I actually have been also using the Maybelline Fit Me Original Foundation. I actually use the Matte Poreless one. I actually got this recently too, to kind of compare it alongside with the Tinted Moisturizer. And just to do a quick rundown really fast on the original foundation, it does come in two finishes. I have it in matte, but it also is in dewy. It does come in 40 shades. It's a cult classic, so it's been around a long time, and I'm really excited and really glad that they did have 40 shades for the original foundation, and I'm gonna have something to say about that with the tinted, but moving on. The coverage is medium and you can build up to it. It's fragrance-free, oil-free. You can apply with your fingers or a sponge or brush. It's supposed to blur pores, it's supposed to control shine, and you're supposed to wear it all day. So I have been wearing Actually, I've been testing both out at the same time. So I have the original foundation on one side and then the tinted moisturizer on the other. So I can kind of compare and see throughout the day how they worked in different ways and just how it works with my skin. So with the tinted moisturizer, I'm sorry, I have notes here. The tinted has 14 shades. I'm hoping that they will expand the shade line, because it was a bit of a challenge to try and find a shade that works for me, and this is a tad bit too light, so I'm really sorry if it's going to look off. They did have actually a 115. I actually have 115 in this foundation, so I didn't realize so much later that they had 115, but I did notice when I was looking online that it was actually a little bit darker than the 115 in the original foundation, so I'm not sure what the deal is there. So I'll have to look more into it. Again, this isn't available in stores that I have seen. You can get this at Walmart's website and also on Maybelline's. So there are those two places as of right now that you can get them online. I'm hoping it will come to store. I'm sure it will. I'm just curious as to when that will happen. Now, going back to the tinted foundation, or tinted moisturizer, I'm sorry. 14 shades. It's a one finish. It has a slight scent to it. It's not necessarily a fragrance. It's just a foundation smell. That's just how it is. It's supposed to be buildable. It is a natural coverage and shine free, and it's supposed to give your skin hydration for 12 hours. So it's not as long lasting as the normal foundation. So there is that downside. It is supposed to blur pores and conceal imperfections. You can apply it with your fingers or a foundation brush, and this does contain sesame seed oil, squalene, salicylic acid, aloe, sunflower seed oil, and ginger root extract. So it's supposed to be a lot more nourishing and give you a natural look to your skin. It's supposed to be like your skin but better kind of look. Along with this tinted moisturizer, there is something in here that they've also included, and that is, which is really interesting. We consider an ingredient to be natural origin if it's unchanged from its natural state or has undergone processing yet still retains greater than 50% of its molecular structure from its original natural source. The remaining ingredients constitute 24% of the formula to ensure its sensory and color cosmetic performance. So they've tried to make this a lot more of a natural looking type of a formula so that it'll be nicer on your skin. It won't give you more of that reaction to your skin or anything like that. So what was really interesting with this foundation is that it didn't really seem to give me more of a direction as to how to use it. I actually had to go online to see what this foundation was about and exactly what I should use it for, because it didn't really give me that information. But I'm going to both apply the tinted moisturizer and the normal foundation on each side of my face. Now, just to show you really quick how this actual tinted moisturizer looks, it's really runny. It's a lot thinner, as you can tell, so it's supposed to spread out more evenly. I should disclaimer, I'm sorry, I am wearing a primer on my face already, so I should have said that. I'm sorry, that's my fault. And I actually put some gel brow stuff on my brows. So I do have that, but anything else on my face I don't have. So I'm actually going to apply this on this side of the face, and looking online to see how to actually apply this, because you can apply with your fingers, but it also says you can use a brush. So that's what I'm going to do. And again, I'm really sorry about the shade difference here that you're going to see. So when I was testing this out, I could immediately see it just kind of gather in my pores. And if it's just the shade color, that would tell me that it's just gathering in certain places, whereas instead of actually layering on my skin and kind of melting in, it just seems to be gathering in those areas. And I have a hard time liking tinted moisturizers because of that problem. So I don't know if you could tell. I will bring the camera closer. So you can tell that it just seems to gather on my pores, and it just seems to just set in that area. And I kind of wish it would just seem to just melt into my skin and kind of just layer a little bit nicer. So using the normal foundation, I'm actually going to be using a sponge on my other side. I'm going to use Patrick. I like him a lot. He tends to work really well. Doesn't soak up as much product. If you are interested in the SpongeBob collection, I'll leave a link in the description box below so you can kind of see my thoughts about this line. But this foundation doesn't seem to do the same as with the tinted moisturizer, and I can then, it doesn't leave the kind of weird streaks that this tends to leave too. And I kind of wish it didn't do that. I feel like it actually settles in my pores versus actually blurring them. And I don't know if you can tell, but one side actually looks like my skin where the other side doesn't. It just drives really strange. So I'm sorry, as you can tell, I'm not a fan of this. I don't know, maybe it's just the shade for me or what, but I even have a little oil kind of in this area because that area tends to be a little more dry. I'm not thrilled about the finish at all compared to the normal foundation here. It's just so different. I feel like my skin is so dry, and it just seems to accentuate the dry areas of my face, and I'm just not thrilled about how it looks. I mean, if this is something you are interested, definitely you can check it out on Maybelline's website, or you can go to Walmart. Maybe you can see if it can work for your skin type, but for someone maybe who has dry skin or combo, I would probably stay away from this. Maybe more oily or normal skin type, but I'm just not thrilled about how it looks on my skin. I've tested it and worn it out. Eventually, my natural oils seem to then make the dry areas not so dry, but I'm just not thrilled about how it looks. I've even worn, my normal stuff on, my concealer, blush, powder, all that stuff, any powder on top of it, and it just seems to make it a little worse. I'm sorry, Maybelline. I have nothing against you. Nothing against your brand at all. I know you have come out with some great stuff, but unfortunately this tinted moisturizer is just not for me. And that's the end of this video. I hope it gave you some more insight and some more information about something that is coming to stores. If this is something, like I said, you want to pick up, you can pick it up on Maybelline's website or at walmart.com. And I'm sorry, this wasn't something that I enjoyed at all. If you're new to my channel, make sure you hit the subscribe button and ring the bell so you'll be notified when I upload new videos. And I hope you have a great day, great week, great weekend. I love you, take care, and I'll see you next time. Thanks. Bye.